Alright, got a little side project here. The wheel of this spreader broke off. And this tab actually also broke off, and I've already super glued that back on. You can see it's pretty wore out. That being because even the shaft is I've already made, because the original shaft rusted through. So you can see that's not actually like a proper fitting. That's just a bent piece of pipe, and obviously that's not a slit hole, it's a round hole. That's not a round pipe, so it's making it a little hard to drive around. The wheel fell off. We're going to use some 2-part epoxy and hopefully fix her up, at least get her working again. If not, well, we'll throw her up. Alright, so I mixed up a little swatch of 5-minute epoxy, and I poured it in here. I used a little paper towel to stop it all from running inside the wheel, and that'll give me a stop, so when I put it in I'll know how far to go. And then I'll fill it around the outside with probably epoxy first, and then I'll probably use some super glue too. The epoxy's stronger, and the super glue will just keep everything kind of supported while the epoxy does all the work. Alright, so I've put it on. I've poured some epoxy down these little, what do you call them? These little tabs. It got a little messy, so I'm just spinning it as it cures to make sure that the epoxy doesn't set up and weld the wheel to the actual mount. Just gotta do it for 5 minutes, just every once in a while, make sure it spins. You just gotta catch that jelly stage, otherwise then you're fucked. After the epoxy dried, I just went around and dabbed super glue on all these connections, just to make sure the wheel won't wobble side to side as much. It's like I showed you, that pipe's all, it's not round, so it's only supporting 2 of the 4 sides, or however you want to think about it. So now with all these, at least, ooh, gross, shouldn't have done that. With all these supported, at least now the wheel should be a lot more stable. Well, at least give it a chance. Now I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. It's a little bit of overkill, but I'm just going around dropping some super glue on it, like that. And letting it drip a little bit. Oh, not that much. Oh, shit. And then spraying it with some activator. Cure it up. There you go. $5 of epoxy and I don't know, probably a couple bucks of super glue, and she works. No problem. We'll see how she holds up to some weight, but should be good enough.